Good morning. You're already awake. Good. It's precisely 9:35 Lunar Standard and another bright and shiny day outside on the surface. And it will remain so for another week. Come on, sleepyhead. Are you ready to try letting me help you with your bath today? You mustn't be shy or ashamed, you know. Guest service does this for all looky-loos. Sorry, I mean visitors to Luna. You're a nice person and very capable in your own way, but you had an accident yesterday because you're still a little unaccustomed to the lower gravity here. So it's very important that you let me help you. Oh, what was that I called you? I shouldn't have said that out loud. Well, you see, newly arrived tourists, they're sometimes, well, almost always called looky-loos. Yeah, it's a word that lacks respect. Let me explain. You see, most of the tourists who come here are people of a certain type, if you catch my drift. They all have lots of money, and they're used to having everything their way and having it easily too. They get bored pretty quickly, and they mostly look down on our way of life. We're just another passing amusement to them. Oh, no. I don't think of you as a looky-loo. Not at all. You're a little different from the usual. May I speak to you freely? I mean, you won't report me if I sort of maybe accidentally insult you a little, will you? Really? Thank you. Okay. Yes, you do have lots of money, and I heard you're some kind of big business person on the Earth side. And you're difficult too, just like the others. You refuse to listen to your keeper. I mean, to follow my directions. I shouldn't have said that out loud either. Yes, keeper. Well, you know, sometimes we guest services people feel like the looky-loos need a keeper. Someone to keep them in line. So we call ourselves keepers. You mentioned zookeepers, not me. Please, wait a minute. Let me finish. Okay, so you're rich and you're here as a tourist and you're being a little difficult. But that's sort of where the similarity ends. You won't listen because you want to be independent. You're not like the ones who won't listen because they demand guest services pamper them all the time. We and I can respect that. You're welcome, I guess. But I'm not trying to pamper you. You did have an accident, but even though you weren't really hurt much, guest services considers that to be my fault. Letting me help you, it's not just important for you and your personal safety. It's important for me, personally. Yes, because of that accident, I'm on probation now. No, I'm not blaming you for that. You're my responsibility. But I can't force you to do what I tell you, can I? And if I lose this job, it'll be really bad for me. You really want to hear? All right then. I was a terrible student of math and engineering, so I had fewer work options left to me. One of them was labor teams. Look at me. Can you see a skinny person like me doing heavy labor? I can see that maybe I ought to show you some of what's behind the curtains. Well, you have to realize that even though we use a lot of technology, Luna Colony is still a frontier. And sometimes that tech doesn't even work right. We haven't the resources to spare on non-productive people. Everyone has to work at something, ideally in accord with their talents and abilities. But mistakes get made. Yes, like in my case, the easiest jobs are set aside for people with physical disabilities. Some of these people were actually Earthside born, but they've been able to overcome much of their limitations with the lower gravity, and so they do well. But since I was born here, I didn't qualify for such considerations, even though I have limited physical strength. Like I said, mistakes get made, and they sent me down there anyway. I was hated by some of the other workers because I wasn't able to keep up. Others were nicer to me for the same reason. They felt sorry for me. They could see I didn't belong there. One of them knew somebody who had a connection in the hotel business, and they helped me to apply to guest services. It was the least dangerous thing for me to do that they could think of, and so here I am. Hong Kong Luna Hotel is very good to us in guest services, but we have to keep the guests safe. I'm afraid if I can't help you, I may lose this position and be sent back to the labor team. Thank you for offering, but no, that's not possible. I couldn't go with you to Earth no matter how much money or how bad you'd want me to find a safe place to live and work. I was born here, and I grew up here. My entire life has been in the 6/10 of Earth's gravity, and I'm not even very strong for a Lunie, as you can see. If the gravity didn't kill me, I'd be crippled for a long time. Maybe the rest of my life. Yeah, it kinda sucks to be me, but I'm not your problem. Huh? You want to know about the tech that's failing? Seriously? Okay. Well, some of the people I worked with there operated the construction machines, but the machines weren't working right a lot of the time. They said that things went buggy due to gamma ray hits on the firmware. Flipping the little bits, they called it. Oh, sure. We have our own programmers and stuff, but the real whiz-bang geniuses are assigned to the big money projects like designing the Mars transit ships and modeling Mars colonization systems. Mars is all the hot prospects now, and we have to get by on whatever isn't good enough to move those projects along. And a lot of the troublesome programming was brought from Earthside companies, and it's deliberately coded so it's hard to debug and fix it. We can't even get a look at the source code. Are you serious? Your business is in software? Okay. Now I can see why you might be interested in the breakdowns. You want to go down in the digs and see for yourself? I don't think that's going to be allowed. Sneak you down there? No, absolutely not. But no, you're right. I kind of do feel like I owe something to these people for helping me get out of there. They need help. Well, yeah, I still know some people. I might be able to get you in to look around and ask some questions. You really think you could help? Okay. Okay. I'll do it. I'll get us in. But it's not real safe down there. I'm taking a big chance doing this. So, listen. You'll have to pay complete attention to what I tell you and do everything that I tell you. Otherwise, no go. I can't risk it if I can't control you for your own good. And for mine. Promise? You'll follow my instructions to the letter. All right then. Promise accepted. But this has to start right now. And I still have to help you with the bath. So do what I say. So shuck off those pajamas and follow me. And pay attention. Yes, down to the skin. I've seen everything from babies to geriatrics. So don't be shy with me. Now move.